Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Venus, the goddess of love, here to do a reading for the collective and regarding you, whoever you are. This is a collective reading. Please take what resonate and leave what does not. Only use this information if it hit the spot. Okay? Okay. So today is Friday, so I feel like doing an abundance reading today. Let's talk about some money. Let's talk about some money. Green for the money, gold for the honey, yeah. So let's see what advice can come from me. Yeah, let's see. What advice can I give the collective about the abundance in their life? What advice in regarding abundance for the collective? Okay. So the overall energy is focused on your priorities. It says, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So focus on your priorities. I seen a girl on TikTok. She was talking about how she was telling us that we weren't depressed. She was like, the only reason why you feel like that is because you ain't drinking your water, you ain't going to the gym, and you ain't doing the things that you told yourself you was gonna do. So when we don't keep our promises to ourselves, it can like be daunting and like kind of make us feel a kind of way like I'm just gonna say the word, but I don't want to say this word. It can make us feel worthless because we not doing what we know we worth doing. For instance, if somebody tell you they're gonna do something, you expect them to have integrity and actually do that thing that they said they was gonna do, right? So when you lie to yourself and you tell yourself, okay, so this week I'm going to the gym, this week I'm going to buy healthy foods, and then you let that stuff slip and slide and don't do it, it's almost telling yourself you ain't worth it. It's like, nah, you ain't worth it. You ain't worth going to the gym. You ain't worth having a healthy life, and that's not right. It's gonna subconsciously, it's gonna affect you in a way like, dang, if I feel like I'm not worth it, who will feel like I'm worth it? So it's important to focus on your priorities, and also it says, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. So your priorities deserve that attention because it's you, it's your step on this world. It's what you're supposed to be doing. And you deserve it because you're worth it. Yeah. And it will help you feel better. Like I was telling you about that girl telling us about we not depressed, we just ain't doing it. Yeah, so if you devote even a small amount of time, like I make sure, I'm just gonna say for me, for instance, I don't do YouTube videos every day, but I make sure I make it a priority. I make sure I at least come in and do that thing that I said I was gonna do. If I plan to do it that day, I'm gonna do it regardless of whatever, because I said I was gonna do it and I deserve it. I deserve that special time and attention that I put on myself. Oh, and it says pay yourself first. Well, we ain't gonna get to that because we got a lot of stuff to get through. Okay. I was gonna go down that rabbit hole, y'all. Okay. So in your heart space, it says quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. So if you don't have priorities, it's important to like really sit down and have a conversation with yourself. What's important to you? Whatever's important to you should be your priorities. If it's just making up your bed in the morning, if that's important to you, start small. Just make your bed up before you get your day started. The first thing you got to do, you got to make your bed up, so you got some order in your life, and then you can just build up on that. Okay, so in the morning time, I got my whole facial routine, or my my makeup routine, or at night, once I finish taking my shower, I prepare my clothes for the next day. This supposed to be about money, y'all. What a money? What a money? Okay, but I guess these things will help you. You got to do the thing in order to get the money, right? So, create the quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Okay, so if there's something like goals that you're trying to reach, even if it don't have to be like self-care goals. I'm just using those examples because that's what I do. But you can put anything in their place. Say, like, for instance, if you want to save up for a vacation, or if you want to save up for a trip, or if you want to, whatever you want to do, just make that a priority, and then sit down with yourself and collect your thoughts and create an active plan to make those things happen. This is where sometimes we get lost in the sauce. Like, we say we're going to do something, but we don't have a plan to do it. I heard somebody say something like, I forgot his name, but he said, if you put a ship in the ocean and it don't have a crew, it don't have a destination, it's just in the ocean, 9 times out of 10, that ship is gonna sink because it ain't got nowhere to go. It don't have nothing running it. It don't have a destination. It's not being upkept. Like, it's just gonna sink. But if you put a ship in the ocean and it has a crew, it has a destination, it has a plan, 9 times out of 10, that ship gonna get to where it's supposed to go. So if you have we can just use your plan or your thing as a ship. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a destination, something that you want to do. And you gotta have a crew. The crew is the plan. So the crew is what's making the stuff happen. So that's your plan. And the destination is your goal. Where is it that you're trying to go? What is it that you're trying to do? If you put those things together on that ship, 9 times out of 10, it's going to get to where it's supposed to go. In your mind space, it says, do the work. Okay, it says, it's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Yes, so it's important for consistency, constantly doing that thing, constantly showing up. Like, even when you don't want to, or even if you ain't seeing the results that you want to. For instance, when you go to the gym, like, when you get in the gym, you ain't gonna see the results that you want to see the first day. Like, you can go in there, you can work it the first day, but you ain't gonna walk out that gym in the body that you want to be in. You're gonna have to consistently come in that gym, and you're gonna have to consistently work it in order to see the goals, or see the results that you want to see. Yeah, consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. You gotta tend to that thing. You gotta weed out anything that don't fit your goals. So, like, for instance, if you're going to the gym, on the way back home, a stop by McDonald's is a weed in your garden. So you want to pluck those things out that's not gonna serve you or your goals. So we gotta get that eating habit in check, and yeah, lining up things that line up with your goals. So with the working out thing, you ain't gonna, well, I'm just gonna use me for instance, like, because I've done this. Like, I go in the gym, and I actually love being in the gym, but I like to eat also. So I'm still not seeing the goals that I want to reach because my eating habits are not in check. But you know what? I'm prioritize this. I'm gonna focus on my priorities. My priority is losing a little weight, getting in shape. So yeah. And I'm gonna do what it takes to line it up. Like, those cheeseburgers that I really, really like, it don't outweigh my goals. So that stop to wherever I stop, to get my little fix, I'm gonna have to, kick that little thing, because it's standing in the way. It's a weed in my garden, and it's not letting me flourish in the way that I want to. Heart space, mind space, advice from spirit. Advice from spirit is unlimited ideas. She says, your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Just like Nike. Just do it. Yeah. You got, when that idea pop in your head, we ain't got time to sit on and think about it. Make a plan, and that plan put it into action. That's how you gonna get. That's how that thing gonna work. Yes. I really feel like plans are like, that's really the thing. Everybody that's ever done anything significant or important, they simply made a plan and did it. You like when she said it's not enough to dream or pray. It's not. That's not enough. What's the prayer without works is dead. So if you praying for something and you ain't putting in the work, you wasting your breath. And then it's a thing like act as if you already got it. So if I already feel like I got this dream body, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep acting like I'm gonna keep showing up at the gym, because I know it's gotta come into fruition if I consistently work at a thing. And that's the it's a law. I don't know if I made this up or if it's actually a real thing, but it came to me, and it's called the law of eventually. If you keep doing the thing, it eventually has to work out for you. If y'all ever seen, Tyler Perry is in the media about all his drama movies, and like how the black woman is never a happy ending for her. But okay, it's a movie that he made with Taraji P. Henson. I forget the name of it though, but Acrimony. Okay, so her husband, he had this big idea of how he was gonna conserve energy, build a battery, something he was working on since he was in high school or whatever. He was working on it for a long time. I mean, his wife, she stood by his dream till she just got tired and was like, you know what, this ain't gonna work. I'm sick of it, But he still believed in his dream. Like, I'm talking about years, probably 10, 20 years passed by. This man still believing in his dream. And something happened to where everything lined up for him in order for him to get with the company that he said he was going to get with. And he ended up leasing his ideas to them. So that means they paying this man. They couldn't even buy it from him because it's that expensive. They had to lease his idea from him. So they paying, every time they put it in the product, they paying him for it or whatever. That because they don't own it. It's his patent or whatever. So he had a plan. No matter what, he stayed with it. What he did was, all you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come through. No, that's not it. Here it is. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Now, I'm not saying it should take you 20 years to get into shape, but what he had took 20 years, and it was worth it. I mean, this man repaid his wife for everything that she ever did for him. They end up doing his trial and waiting on his money to come through. They end up losing her childhood home. He went back and bought the house, remodeled it and everything, gave her the keys, and gave her some money after she had already divorced him. So yeah, he turned to that nigga. So it's crazy how it ended, but I just wanted to point out that part of the movie. Moving on. And your possible outcome, ask for your needs to be met. That's important. I mean, like, we did talk about how it's not enough to dream or pray, but it is important for you to ask God and like for guidance. Even if it's just, God, is this gonna work for me? Is this something that I need to put in the top of my priorities? Like, what you think about it? Because I talk to him about stuff like, even if I'm I be having whole conversations with God. I was gonna say with that man, but I be having whole conversations with him. I could be on TikTok strolling and see something funny, and I would just acknowledge his presence. I'm like, God, don't you think that's funny? That's crazy. And as if he's sitting there right beside me, because I do feel like that. I feel like he's in my presence all the time. So yeah, ask for your needs to be met. It says God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds truth with clearly asking other people to assist you. Whoa, this deep, because sometimes it be hard for us to ask for help, and we want to be Mighty Joe Young and just have everything strong on, just strong. But it's important for us to ask God and angels for help. Like I have no problems asking the angels for help. Like I will ask them, even if it ain't their job, I will call upon one of them. Like, look, come here, I need you to do this for me. But the angel of abundance that I do know is, well, I don't know if she's an angel or a spirit guide, but her name is Abuntiana. She is in charge of the money. Yeah, honey got euphoria. Like her bag never run dry. It ain't no bottom to her bag. Yeah, you keep digging and then like, I need that. Yeah, her Abuntiana. So I call her and I ask her whatever. Like, girl, can you send me some money? I need a blessing. And if you don't feel comfortable asking deities or angels and stuff, spirit guides for money, that's fine. Just call God, ask God, and He will appoint somebody to you. He will send somebody through, like a neighbor. I don't know why this State Farm commercial came up my head. Like a good, like State Farm. I don't even know it, but it just came up my head. But a neighbor, a friend, a blessing in disguise, a financial, anybody can come through and just help you if you just ask God. Like, God, send the money. He might send $20 flying in the wind. You need some gas money or something. I'm hoping you're not down there bad, but it could be, so. And you know what? I'm saying it, but that has happened to me where I just really needed some gas, and like I was over my sister's house and I was going up the stairs, and I looked down off the balcony. It was $20 by the bush, and I said, I know that ain't $20 right there. It was $20, girl, and that's what I needed to put in my gas tank. So yeah. So I really want this to talk about money. We did talk about money, I guess, because you're going to have to do the work in order to get the money. So, yeah. So, let's get a blessing. And let's tie it all together. Let's get a blessing. Why I feel like 2 blessings came out, and they did. Oh, thank you. Okay, so the first blessing came out is a blessing for your family. So I feel like this is a blessing for your family. Because it's a baby horse, I don't know if it's like a baby coming through or, or it could be God is blessing your family, like blessing your lineage. Like, I hope, I'm going to scratch this out because this is what I want to say. Like, the money that you make, I hope it's a blessing for your family. Not just for you individually, like your household. I mean, like for your family, for your lineage. Like generational wealth. Like, I hope you can touch or get your hands on a place to build old money. Like, your kids gonna come from old money. Your grandkids gonna come from old money. They grandma got that money. Like, yeah. A plan like that. Like, to put you in a position to where your kids have trust funds and you get trust fund babies. Yeah. That kind of money. Okay. And then I want you to enjoy it. The blessing that I give you is a blessing on growing older. Like, you're going to enjoy it in this lifetime. You're going to have this money for a long time. This money going to be long and you're going to live long with it. Like, you just going to get tired of stuff to do because you live that life. Yeah, you're going to grow old and wealthy. That's awesome. Well, y'all, this has been my reading. I hope that it resonated. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Check out the feet. Yeah, looking like money, smelling like money. But I'm still sweet like honey. Yeah.